Hi guys, today we're going to deal with the Edexcel past exam paper, May 2024, Non-Calculator Foundation. And obviously, I want to remind you that the first cover page should be read and learned by heart before the exam starts. All the instructions, especially given in bold, should be studied in advance, and you should be prepared. And don't even waste your time reading it in the exam room, right? Don't forget that it is non-calculator paper, maximum 80 marks, and we are going to deal today with the first 9 questions. And for grade 4 students, it's crucial to get maximum marks here in this part. Yes, the first questions in the paper seem to be easy, but please read them carefully to avoid silly mistakes and losing marks. Please don't write in the margins. Examiners only see what is in the side, the box on their screen. That is very important. Right, question 1. Write the number 18,475 correct to the nearest thousand. 1 mark, so you don't have to show your workings. Look at 4. It represents hundreds. It's less than 5, so you don't have to round up. Right answer is 18,000. Just write in the gap for the answer. Question 2. Write 0.3 as a percentage. Cent always means 100, so percent means out of 100. That is 1 mark question. You don't have to write anything, only the answer. But there are different ways how to work it out. You can multiply 0.3 by 100 or convert 3 over 10 to 30 over 100 and you will get 30%. Or you just probably remember 0.3 is 30%. Anyway, write your answer in answer gap. You already have percentages signed here, so you don't have to write it yourself. Question 3. We need to write down the type of the angle. Have a look. It is definitely greater than 180 degrees. So we just write one word and get 1 mark. This angle is reflex. Right. Question 4. 1 mark question, but some work should be done. Look at the first digit after decimal point and find the smallest one, because we start with the smallest number. So 22011. Obviously 0 is smallest, so first number is 0.03. Then it's just my advice, cross it out, not to miss one of the numbers. Let's then have a look again. 2, 2, 1 and 1. Okay, we're dealing now with these two numbers. We can always add 0, and we see 10 is obviously less than 16. 0.1 goes first, and 0.16 goes second. Right, now again, add 0 to the second number. And of course, 20 is less than 24. Write down 0.2 and then 0.21. Done. 1 mark is yours. Question 5. Find the square root of 64. It means the number multiplied by itself. 64 is a square number, so we can write 64 as 8 squared. The answer is 8. Question 6 is a bit tricky, but you're going to get 4 marks for this. For 4 marks, you must show 4 logical steps. Show your workings. If you just write down even right answer without showing how you got it, you will get 0 marks, even though your answer is right. So, first step, Ryan gave at the till £10 and got change. The first mark you get for working out how much he spent. £10, take away £1.80, he spent £8.20. I will write some words here just to show my logic. But you don't have to write in words anything. Right, so he spent £8.20. And let's work out how much for cakes cost. £1.30 times 4, he paid for cakes £5.20. Right, third step, third mark. 820 he spent, take away 520 for the cakes, and it means he paid for soup £3, but there were 2 tins. Okay, the fourth mark will be given for £3 divided by 2, and it will be 1.5. And here you might lose your mark. Because we're dealing with money, and we should show 2 digits after the decimal point. Next question. That is data, and we need to show a suitable diagram. Again, 4 marks, 4 steps. The first step, you need to label axis. Right, let's start from y-axis, vertical one. First of all, we will put hours there, and we should label it. Otherwise, you won't get this mark. Because in the table, it is said how many hours Lena and Pavel worked, we just put hours worked. Right, we got the first mark. Second mark we're going to get for the key. Because we have 2 people, we need to separate Lena and Pavel in our diagram. I will leave Lena's hours white, and I will color Pavel's hours just to separate 2 bars. So, what are we going to do to get the third mark? We need to draw the diagram. We have 4 days of the week, right? We have 2 people. So we need to place side-by-side bars in our diagram. Okay, we see that Lena was working 6 hours on Wednesday. And Pavel was working 7 hours. So what I shouldn't forget to do, first of all, I must label horizontal axis. Wednesday first and second, I must use the key, and I will show Pavel's bar next to Lena's. Right, the same you're going to do for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Don't forget, every time use the key for Pavel and color his bars. And we write the day of the week every time. Then you will get full marking. But we still need to get fourth mark. So ensure you have all axes are labeled, all bars are shown. Not to lose the fourth mark, ensure they all have the same width. That is very important. Next question, angle problems. Here they show 90 degrees, but sometimes you can see a little square without numbers instead. Right, 2 marks, 2 steps. First step, add together the angles given. 220 plus 90 is 310 degrees. Don't forget to put a degree sign. This is crucial, you might lose your mark. Right, we know that angles around the point add to 360 degrees. So 360 take away 310, and the answer for third angle is 50 degrees. You get your 2 marks because we already have a degree sign. We just write down 50 without degree sign. Next question is quite tricky. If you just write 360 degrees for reasoning, you will get 0 marks. So you need to write in full sentence, angles around the point add up to 360 degrees. That is crucial, otherwise you will lose this mark. Right, the last question for today. That is a number machine. Question A. Work out the output if input is 13. 1 mark question. 13 times 2 and minus 10. The answer will be 26 minus 10. It is 16. 1 mark question. Actually, you don't have to show your workings here. If you can do it in your head, just don't waste your time. Question B. Here we're given output. In this case, all the signs swap for opposite because we go backwards. Minus 10 becomes plus 10, times 2 becomes divide by 2. Let's start from 28. Again, 2 marks, 2 steps. 28 minus 10 plus 10. Oops, hope you notice this. Right, it's 38, second step. 38 divided by 2 is 19. So the answer is 19. Most common mistake, students don't change signs when they go backwards. And question C, that is a tricky one. Let's have a look. We have a number doubled, then take away 10, and we should get the same number. And I would suggest just to think, if you double and then take away 10, you will get the same number. This number is 10. Let's check. So 10 times 2 is 20, and then take away 10 is 10 again. Done. That's the end of our first part. For grade 4 students, if you are not in a hurry, if you read your questions carefully, if you show all workings and get maximum marks for these 9 questions, it's actually nearly half of your marks you need to gain to get grade 4. So please, please, please read carefully. Don't think it's obvious. Don't rush. And all done for today. Good luck. Don't forget to like and subscribe.